Are you working on a small to medium-sized planting project? If so, this video is for you. Let's look at one of the ways to plant a seedling to give it the best chance of success. It's best to plant seedlings in the cooler months from late autumn through to early spring. In cold regions, wait until severe frosts have passed before planting. If you're storing seedlings before planting, keep them out of the sun in a sheltered location and away from grazing livestock. Black plastic containers can get hot and dry out seedlings. You need to water seedlings regularly and thoroughly if you're storing them. It's important to make sure the root ball is moist. We have given our seedlings a soak before bringing them to the site. Here we are at the planting site. You can see we prepared the planting site well in advance by removing impeding vegetation and spraying invasive weeds and grass. We're using big individual seedlings stored in plastic containers, but you might also get seedlings in black planter bags or smaller seedlings in root trainers. Take care when removing the seedling from the container. You don't want to damage the branch's stem or roots. You also want to keep as much soil around the roots as possible. If you can see the roots have become tightly wound up inside the base of the container, cut off the tangled roots to help the seedling grow in the soil. If you're part of a group, you can remove the seedlings from their containers and lay them out just ahead of the planters. But don't remove the seedlings from the containers too early. The roots can dry out in a few hours if left exposed. Get your hands on a trusty spade. Consider investing in a proper planting spade like this one if you do a lot of planting. Use the spade to 1. Clear any competing vegetation from the planting area. You want to give the seedlings plenty of sunlight and space to grow. 2. Cultivate the soil by cutting parallel slots in the ground. With each cut, wriggle the spade backwards and forwards to loosen the ground. 3. After cultivating the soil, make a deep enough cut to fit the root ball. Push the spade through to lift the soil and then pull the spade back to create the planting hole. 4. If you're using slow-release fertilizer or water crystals, mix them with the soil in the hole now. 5. Place the root ball in the hole. The top of the potting mix should sit just below the level of the soil surface. If the root ball sits too high, it'll lose moisture and won't be stable in the wind. If it's too low, the buildup of soil around the seedling might rot the stem. This is about right. 6. Replace the topsoil around the seedling. You can use your hands or boots to push the soil down in the gap between the sides of the hole and the root ball. You don't want pockets of empty space around the roots. 7. Check the seedling's placement is nice and straight. Use your foot to evenly firm up the ground around the stem. You want the soil to be firm but not concrete. You won't need to water your seedlings after planting if the root ball was already moist. There are extra steps you can take to help your seedlings. These depend on the size of your planting project and how much you're willing to spend. You can place a stake next to each seedling. This makes it easier to find the seedlings in a few months when you need to weed around them. You don't need to tie your seedlings to the stake. Add mulch or matting around the stems of the seedlings to keep the soil moist and the weeds down. You can use compostable material like fine bark chips or wall mats. Add plant guards around the seedlings. This shelters the seedlings and reduces browsing from rabbits and hares. There's a range of plant guards available, including reusable plastic and biodegradable options. So that's how you plant seedlings. We'll keep a close eye on our seedlings as they grow to make sure they're not smothered by weeds or nibbled by pests. We'll also make sure to fence off livestock from the area.